Hello, welcome back to Tarot Time with Andy. Thank you for being here. This is my vibrational reading. Please do your own research for entertainment purposes and allegedly. Hello, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, and thank you for being here. And thank you for the super thanks. I want to do a spread on, his name is Ray J. Back in 2005, he did a sex tape with Kim Kardashian. They both got paid $400,000. He did not leak it. The Kardashians or Kardashians made it look like he was a crazy one who leaked it. He had always had this bad reputation for being this sort of sleazy one to leak it. Not true. He's got all kinds of receipts to prove it. Texts that he's saved through the years of information and the conversations that unfolded, as well as the legal paper for the contract for selling it. They made 3 tapes. Chris, the momager, went with the first one. He has details of how they filmed it and how she approved it. She was the mastermind behind it and also scapegoated him as being the leaker. Not true. She wants to leak more videos, or said she was going to leak another one just to get clicks. He is absolutely livid. Yeah, just follow the monetizing. Anyways, people are saying it's low class, people with money, and he wants to expose them. He wants to expose the entire family. He's saying, you know, people are saying K for canceled. And yeah, it's also, Kanye's known to release private information of others. Kanye was trying to get more information off him. Yeah, people are also saying that Ray J needs Camille Vasquez to represent him. That is Johnny Depp's lawyer. And yeah, Chris is a groomer. She groomed, and then she used the information to try and throw Ray J under the bus and create this false narrative and leaking it to TMZ. And you know, Kim there was some text where Kim said, well, I can control the narrative with TMZ. If I was going to control the narrative, I would have done a better job. So there's lots of like back and forth going on. He saved a lot of it. So let's get some cards on it. First, I'm going to ask. Here we go. Okay, is Ray J the scapegoat in this situation? Is Ray J being scapegoated by the Kardashians, by momager Kris Jenner? Is Kris Jenner scapegoating Ray J? Is Kris Jenner scapegoating Ray J? Yes. Does Ray J have a case against the Kardashians? Does he have a clear case against the Kardashian? Does he have enough on them? Yes, he does. Will he have to sue them or go to court? Will he need to go to court? Yes, he will. Will he win if he goes to court? Will he win against them if he goes to court? Does he have a strong case? Yes, he does. Are they afraid of him now at this point because he's talking? Are they afraid because he is talking? Yes. Will this be the end of their empire of lies? Will this be the end of their empire of lies? Yes. So they just won't let him move on. That's just how they work. You know, they're pretty trashy. They're into extortion, and you know, they're saying that she's a groomer. You know, momager is a groomer. It's pretty twisted and sick when a mother watches a porno show, 3 of them at that, and then dictates and then watches them and approves which one to put out. It's pretty sick and twisted. So anyways, yeah, that's I'm kind of speechless on that. Anyways, here we go. Let's get some cards on the situation. What's to expect? What to expect? What can we expect for Ray J? What can we expect for Ray J in this Kardashian tape situation? The porno tapes. Yeah, here we go. First card. Whoa, first card. Very poor judgment. The wheel in reverse. Very poor judgment. Clouded judgment at that. It's been a major wake-up call, but the reality is kind of impaired. There's a lot of self-doubt here. There was a lack of awareness when they did it at the time, and the wheel in reverse is it's going in a bad direction. Things are not spinning in a good favor. It is bad luck, bad karma, in a rut. You know, may not be the time for him to go after them, but the tide is turning to a very negative way, a very, very negative direction. And this has been a major wake-up call. He realizes this really was a lack of self-awareness for me to do this. He should have been aware. He really should have been aware of the situation, but he wasn't. For a while, he was probably in denial. He had some inner critic going on, some self-doubt, but now he's ready. He knows he needs to do something about it because it was a really bad judgment call. And he just wants to move on with his life, just like he said. He wants to move on. He feels like he's in a rut because they won't let him go. It's like they won't release him and let him carry on with his life. They keep bringing it up and bringing it up and bringing and sucking him in to the Kardashian show and bringing up all these old narratives. So he wants it to stop. It's just a bad cycle. He wants off that cycle. He wants off that wheel. So let's get to the challenging position for Ray J. Challenging position for Ray J. Challenging position for Ray J. Here we go. Challenging position is the Knight of Wands in reverse. Knight of Wands in reverse is, yeah, being dumped, having the situation being dumped, not being able to go to court, in dealing with the consequences, too many obstacles, and being very angry. He's got to learn to control his anger. For starters, he's got to control his anger. He's got to get calm, cool, and collected before he does this, because if he doesn't, the case can get dropped. So that could be dropping the case, having no fire behind it, having no momentum, having it basically put out, basically them buying him off possibly. I would say don't take a buyout. They may try and buy him out by removing the reckless direction. And this is his challenge, is being able to take fearless new direction and go for it and go on the pursuit. So they're going to want to try and shut him down. They're going to try to shut him down, and that's the problem here. Him being able to go after that direction is going to be a huge burden for him because they're going to make it difficult. They got a lot of money to fight fire with fire, and they're going to try to put his fire out in essence. Let's get to the focal point. Focal point, wow. Knight of Swords, he is speaking his truth. This is the shark attack coming in unexpectedly out of the blue. He feels the need to act, and he needs to act fast. So he may be doing it, but he's at risk. He's at risk because they're going to say, oh no, now's not the time, because we got this wheel in reverse saying, oh, we're not going to do this now. We're going to put him down. We're going to make him fall off his horse. He's not going to be able to do this. So they're going to attempt, but he's going to go on the attack. Let's get to the past position that no longer serves Ray J. The past that no longer serves Ray J. The past that no longer serves Ray J. The social media. This is a social media card, 8 of Wands. PR, PR, and more PR. He's sick and tired of them bringing it up. That's exactly what he said. It's bringing too much attention. He doesn't want to be bombarded with it. It's like being bombarded with the media. He's tired of it. He wants it to stop. He wants to move on. That's what he said. This does not serve him anymore. Too many consequences, too many obstacles. With the orange in the sky, there's grayness, there's some birds here. Just, it's like people flocking over him. He's tired of it. So let's get to the root problem here. The root problem here is the 5 of Swords in reverse. 5 of Swords in reverse, he feels like he's under attack. He's under attack. He's feeling remorseful, regret. He wants to cut his losses and get out of this situation. And now he's in a situation he might have to compromise. He might have to compromise and go on the attack and take him to court. I'm going to clarify that 5 of Swords, the attack. He feels like he's under attack by the entire family by bringing it up. Makes him feel very vulnerable. He won't be able to bring in money for his family. It's going to affect his career. It's going to affect his stability with his family. He doesn't want that, so that's why he feels under attack. It's affecting his well-being. It's affecting the stability of his life. It's taking the foundation. 4s represent standstill, foundation. It's affecting his ability to stand in his own and to stand strong with his family. It's a foundation card. It's rocking his foundation. It's taking his foundation of his life and shaking it and rattling it, making him feel vulnerable. So there's that vulnerability there with the 4 in reverse, taking his energy and making everything, his whole life and being, feel vulnerable, bringing in vulnerability. They like to make you vulnerable because then that's how they can manipulate you. That's how they can triangulate you. That's how they can scapegoat you. So he's kind of aware of what they're doing. He's not an idiot. Let's go into the future position. The future position. What do I have here? The Sun. He wants to see a new situation here, draw attention to it. So this is what he's doing. He wants to glow up. He wants to heal. He wants to purify himself. This is a purification card. It's also the baby card. He has children. He mentioned, I have children. I'm a father. It's also about having your chakras lined up, being in alignment with enthusiasm and joy and healing. He wanted to heal and move on and glow up in life. He doesn't want the problem. He doesn't want clouds blocking his joy in his life and not being able to find the positive aspects in his life. Just, yeah, that's my dog in the background. Sorry about that. So he wants healing and hope. And so this is where he's heading. And he wants to, this is also, the Sun card represents shining the light on the situation, highlighting it, and seeding an attack here, because they're trying to seed his destruction. So he wants to seed healing. And let's get this over with. Yeah, so my baby dog is just barking at the door. Yeah, she's got her loud toy, so ignore that. Here we go. The next position is the feelings in the situation. How does he feel? How does Ray J feel? I know how he feels. I watched that on Popcorn Planet. This is where I saw it. This Popcorn Planet was covering this. So here we go. How does he feel about this? How does he feel about taking them to court and defending himself? I'm going to take the top card. The top card here. In fact, I might take the rest of the cards here. So the top card here, the feelings in the situation is Ace of Cups in reverse. There's no love offer. He doesn't feel fulfilled. There's no gratification. He doesn't want to take any offer. So he may not take an offer, financial offer, any new emotional beginning. He's not going to buy into any love bombing that they're going to offer. And if they try to send love to him to smooth it over, he's not going to accept it because they're not together. There's no fulfillment here. He doesn't want anything with them. He wants it shut down. Let's just shut this down. We're not going to have any aces. Ace is about new beginnings. He had his light bulb moment, but he wants to shut that light down. He doesn't want it. So the hopes and, God, my dogs. Here we go. The next position is the outside influences. He does not want this situation, the path being lit anymore. It is the Hermit in reverse. It was immature of him. He knows it was immature. He didn't take positive advice. Someone probably advised him it wasn't a good idea. It's also the position of withdrawal, withdrawing from people. So this is withdrawing. So he did withdraw from her. Their relationship didn't work. He wants to withdraw from the entire situation. He knows it was immature. He knows that he should have taken somebody's wise advice, probably was told, probably not a great idea, and he didn't take it. Now he regrets it. And so now he's got to kind of hide. He's feeling, this is kind of a card of feeling depressed, upright. You know, you have positive enlightenment. Okay, yeah, this is not a good idea, but he didn't listen. He didn't listen to good advice. The next card I have here is the Two of Pentacles. That is the hopes and fears. He wants them to drop it. Let's just drop the ball here. We're not juggling energy anymore. Let's drop it. He wants the whole situation to be dropped. That's his hope. So hopefully he gets it. The final call is the Emperor in reverse. He wants to prove that that is the Daddy Dearest card in reverse. The Emperor in reverse is being a dictator. It is losing your grip. It's obstruction of justice. It's being domineering. It's completely feeling like you're upright. You're untouchable. You know, they think they're an untouchable family, especially Chris. She thinks she's untouchable. Here, you're touchable. I can take you down because not only are you being domineering, you're dictating. You're about obstruction. You're ruining my life. And so she is touchable. She is touchable. She can be taken down. I'm going to put these here. And what we have here is the Three of Cups. He knows that she's got a community of support. She's got all kinds of relationships and networking. She's got all kinds of networking to make her dictator energy do what she wants. And she's got all the support to do it. But with the King of Wands in reverse next to it, she will not be able to rule over that community anymore, and him putting her down basically with the King of Wands in reverse. Unachievable aims. King of Wands in reverse is basically not willing, you know, getting her so she cannot commit. She cannot commit to it. This is also a position of disloyalty. It's also a position of impulsivity, unfaithfulness, being overbearing. This is someone who's driven and inspired to do something and to overcome the challenges, but not being able to. So I see him trying to shut this down, feeling like they are untouchable, but him being able to put that wand out. Even though it's a challenging position for him as a knight to take her down, it's looking like this is like sort of the Chris card here, thinking she is the ruler here of the family. She is the ruler. She is the ruler, and she is the mastermind here. And putting her in reverse, and getting her to drop the ball. So it's looking like he could have some definite success if he keeps applying heat to them. At the bottom of the deck, we have here, this is excellent, Ace of Wands in reverse. So this is having no energy. It's not going to go anywhere. The spark being put out. Put out the spark. Put it out. Put the story to rest. Put the porno videos to rest. And let's just end this. End this now. We're not going to flame the fire here anymore. Put it out. So that's really what he wants to do. He wants to put this out. We have Queen of Cups in reverse. She never loved him. She doesn't have the ability to love him. And she cannot love herself. Queen of Cups in reverse is also the prostitute. She will go with men she doesn't care for. It is like prostitution. Her mother prostituted her. Queen of Cups in reverse is that escort female, okay? So it's like an escort with the enmeshment that they had together. Yes, and they were very young. They were very young, and at the time they thought it was ideal. They thought it was being the sensitive dreamer. There was sort of this naiveness here. They were a bit naive with their head in the clouds. They thought, hey, we can win and make some money here. But it was a bad idea. Emotional instability here. So here on this side, we have here the Eight of Swords in reverse. With the Eight of Swords in reverse, this is self-limiting beliefs. They both had some self-limiting beliefs at the time. They wanted to have new perspectives, freeing themselves from feeling like, I'm not in my own head, my own prisoner. Let's have some freedom. We need some freedom. Let's not have self-limiting beliefs. Let's just do what we want. It could be harsh, but let's do it anyways. It is a free yourself position. So let's free yourself. And so that's kind of probably how Chris manipulated them. But it ended up being a total tower crashing moment. And there was a lot of inner conflicts that went on with themselves and with other people. So they did have a lot of inner conflicts. So Kim was manipulated. And then we have here, which created this Four of Swords, which was required kind of hiding out, needing protection because it made her very famous. It is rest and recuperation. It is trying to go into self-protection and recovery room, literally and figuratively, needing to recuperate. So she felt that at one point in time, this was not a good idea. And it's certainly not a good idea now. And so this is here having your head up in the clouds, thinking, well, I could have more choices in life if I do this. And which was really false narrative here, because this is a card of fantasy. So it was just sort of this fantasy illusion thing. It's all fake, fakery. Be careful what you choose. It could be very reckless card. And then we also have here the Hierophant. They thought it was a good idea at the time. They thought they could put them on a pedestal. Fame. Put us on a pedestal. Let's make ourselves very famous. It also represents family values. The whole family likes to be put on a pedestal. They think that's leveling up through pornography. Pornography will level us up. But we have here the Chariot in reverse. It was battle of the wills and crashing and burning. So basically that relationship with her and Ray J did crash and burn. They never did get married. It was reckless. It was head up in the clouds. It was gaslighting the public. And then he got dumped. Once she got what they needed and wanted, he was dumped. It looked like there was a dumping, or he dumped her. They did not go through with the relationship. And then, naturally, there is this Nine of Wands. looking for your growth to see how much money you're going to grow on your little tree here. It's a baby tree because it hadn't reached total wealth. It was working on it and developing a plan to grow. So they were doing it for their own growth and expansion here and using him as the lover in the video. Yeah. So it's not looking good here, but I think he can do okay. And then she gets to speak up and be like this main focal point for the Kardashians and being seen, you know, and mom can speak up for her as well. So they get to talk, they get to create the narrative, which is an icy cold female. The Queen of Swords is sort of a cold, calculated female, especially when she's in reverse. She becomes very bitter and cruel. So don't piss me off because I can get really nasty. You don't want to mess with me. So I see that happening. So I think he does need to sue them. I think that if he did, he would do quite well. He would do quite well. Go for it, Ray J. All right, hope you enjoy this. Till next time, like and subscribe. Bye, you guys.